pretty obvious. You just look at the amount of money that kid generated.
Yeah.
Like, how did he get all that money? Like, what was the qualifications for him? Just that alone.
You talking about Hunter?
Yeah, just that alone.
He's a world-renowned artist, though. I mean, the art.
What do you think that was? When they were selling those paintings for like $500,000.
Depending on the sizes of the paintings, they range anywhere in price from $75,000 to $500,000.
Is that money laundering? Like, what is that?
Show.
Yeah.
Come on, Joe.
I mean, at first I thought it was psychos that thought it'd be funny to own a Hunter Biden painting. And then I thought, like, maybe there's like deals.
Have you actually seen what they look like?
No, I have not.
But they actually look good.
I think I did.
They actually look decent. I don't think it's a bad art.
That's pretty good art. That's the kind of stuff you do when you're on crack.
But
I would buy one of those if it wasn't that much. That's actually good art.
Yeah, I actually think it's good art.
Well,
it's about $500,000.
A lot of crazy people are good artists.
But here's the question, though. The question becomes,
that's actually good stuff.
You know, sometimes you read a book and you're like, that guy's he used a ghostwriter. He didn't write that book. The criticism, art of the deal. Somebody else wrote that book. Trump didn't write that book.
Right.
Is that a ghost artist?
Oh,
you know, like, can you imagine? Is Hunter hiring a artist who does it, but he's really doing it, and he's giving that guy like $5,000 a pop?
Seems like he's actually doing it. Has he always been an artist?
What do you call artist?
I mean, has he always done art? Like, anyone's an artist. My child is an artist. She's not professional. But, I mean, if you create art, you're an artist. If it's something that you engage in on a regular basis, you're an artist. If you go fishing all the time, you're a fisherman. You know, are you a fisherman? I'm a fisherman. I like fishing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's an artist.
Yeah.
Like, is this something that he's pursued and gotten really good? It's totally possible to be a crackhead who's really into hookers.
Crack brought me to a place that I'd never had been to before.
Finding a friend, a crack addict on the street who then moved into your house and you had this kind of great relationship with, other than the crack.
Yeah, other than the crack, right? Rhea is her name. She was a crack addict, but, she was a mother and a daughter.
And also be an artist.
So,
I mean, that's like common. Like, look at Bukowski. Great poet, fucking maniac, alcoholic, psychopath. Yeah.
So you think that's what it is?
Could be.
You think in his mid-50s he becomes a world-renowned artist?
Well, was he an artist already?
Can you check? I don't know if he was an artist.
I don't know either.
Listen, if we've never talked about it, maybe because he wasn't an artist. But here's the question. Do you know what percentage of art is fake?
Fake?
Do you know what percentage of art is fake?
What do you mean by fake?
Meaning
like
it's
counterfeit?
not real. Like it's not a real piece of art. It's fake. It's not
AI generated.
Not AI generated, but 70% of art. If you Google this, what percentage of art sold is fraud? You would see a number 65 to 74%, 65 to 70 something percent of art is fake.
But when you say fake, do you mean counterfeit?
I'll give you an idea.
Not done by the original artist?
So there was a guy who hires a local artist to draw a painting who had a style of Picasso, like Picasso. This guy pays the guy like $500, okay? Then he takes the art and he reaches out to Picasso and says, hey, Picasso, he's on his deathbed. The guy's not doing well. He's not healthy. He says, can I come? There's this kid that admires you. He wants to show you the art to see if you think his work is good. He goes to Pablo, shows him the art. Pablo says, yeah, it's okay. He said, well, great, I'll go tell him that. But before I leave, do you mind if I take a picture with you? So they take a picture with him, okay? Then Pablo dies. Now you have Pablo's last art that he did. So this is the kind of stuff that there is a lot of gamesmanship in art. Collectible cards, right? For the longest time, cards, people were selling fake cards. There were prints, reprints. Some of them did a good job. Some of them didn't. People were falling for it. Or they would cut the edges with a scissor, and the corners would get better because it was shitty before. And like instead of selling it for $500, now they're selling it for $1,200. Instead of $20, you're paying $120 for it, right? That happened in cards until PSA showed up, or BVG, or BGS, or Beckett showed up. Now there's a grading service. Art is going through that as well. But for me, I don't know if there's such thing as ghost artist.
Are you aware of The Last Da Vinci? Do you know that?
Yeah, the $400 million one?
That's a wild story.
That's a wild story.
That's a wild story.
Have you followed it all the way to the beginning?
Crazy. It's crazy. I've done many deep dives on that. I watched the documentary and how it was created.
Yeah.
There's literally a person who painted that painting. Most of that painting was done by one person who replicated the style that Leonardo da Vinci
There
did
you
when
go.
they restored.
Yep.
The word is restored, but it's not restoring. It's repainting. So that is a new painting, essentially.
Somebody paid $400 million for it.
Yeah, well, I think he's very embarrassed by it too, which is why he wanted it in the Louvre in Paris.
Yeah.
He wanted it to be next to the Da Vinci. They wouldn't allow it, and so now it's not there. And
Well, but
so
somebody
I think it's
paid
on
a-
his yacht somewhere.
But somebody paid $100 million for it prior to him, so it's not like he
Yes.
was the final one.
Right.
And originally, it sold for like $5,000 in 1940. I don't know the year, but it's a long
Right.
time ago when it sold for $5,000 or $10,000.
Yeah, it's very complicated, but there's a giant interest in making that a real painting, because if you do make it a real painting of Leonardo da Vinci, it's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. But if you know just the restoring process,
Yeah.
and the word restoring is very strange because it's repainting and it's documented. They have film of this person painting this over a long period of time, years restoring this thing, until you get what you see there. But when you see like the original painting and how they stripped away the old paint and went back and restored it, and it's fucking wild.
So you're a big art guy.
I mean, I like art. I'm interested in art.
Do you buy like
Yeah, I buy
heavy,
art.
expensive pieces of art?
No,
Okay.
nothing crazy.
Like, is there anything you're into, or
I mean, I'm into this painting here of Mitzi Shore. Is my friend Taylor Bose. He's an artist who created that for us. He also made me a Hendrix out there. I mean, obviously I have art all over the studio. I'm interested in art, but I'm not interested in art because it's valuable. I'm interested in art because I like it. Like, oh, I like that piece.
That's
This is interesting.
Bourdain?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
And I didn't know it was. He says it's based on a pen.
Yes.
So I went close to it, and it's got a syringe in the bottom with the heroin, and it's got the very interesting. Is this a famous artist that did
Her
that,
name is
or-
Melania Blackman. You pull up her Instagram. She's really good. She did the one of me too. When you walk right into the,
Yeah,
the
it's right
hallway
here.
there.
Yeah.
So that's another. That's like someone that I found on Instagram. She's extremely talented. She does that with she has a very distinctive style. Like
Oh, I can't believe
that's
that.
the Bourdain piece.
That is incredible.
Yeah, when she made that piece, I reached out to her immediately. I have to buy that.
Good for her. I mean,
She's incredible. She's really, really, really talented.